The pettiness of Dio, the aura of Sukuna, the writing of Johann Liebert, and the charm of L. All these combined into the worst villain Persona has ever had. Takeyuki Kiuchi, better known as the Subway Slammer, is Persona 5X's equivalent to Kamoshida, representing the sin of lust. And what do I even say, man? Butsukari Otoko is an actually serious topic, and I see what they were going for here, but come on, man. We went from a high school teacher essaying his students to a guy running into women on the subway. Regardless, since Persona 5X is out in the West and more people than ever are ripe for a slamming, let's explain this guy's backstory. So, Takeyuki Kiuchi was a minor league baseball player gearing up to advance into the major leagues, when 10 years before the game takes place, during a friendly match against some elementary schoolers, Motoha Arai hits a home run off of one of his pitches. And he was so embarrassed about that he went on a bender and while drunk essayed a waitress, which caused his manager to fire him and transfer him to office work. He rationalized in his mind that it wasn't his fault that he lost to a 10-year-old and then went on to essay a woman, but instead it was the woman's fault for being a woman. Regardless, he goes on to harbor a deep hatred for women, and during the game's events he starts targeting women on the street and mainly in the subway who he thinks won't fight back, and just slams into them. He does this over and over and over and over again until he gets labeled a menace by Divine Justice, the fan side of this game. Regardless, the protag first meets Kiuchi when the latter smashes into the former, probably cause he thought that Wonder was a woman due to his middle part yee-ass haircut, but upon realizing that he is indeed a man, Kiuchi apologizes. Kiuchi then moves further into the subway and finds his first target of the day, a random woman. He then gets possessed by the spirit of Andrew Tate and slams into her. This involves into him turning into a serial slammer, slamming women left and right due to his desires manifesting into a palace. Regardless, the Subway Slammer's horrific arc reaches its thematic peak as he finds and recognizes Motoha Arai 10 years after last seeing her at a Junior League's baseball game. In that moment, Shedim's influence reaches its peak and Kiuchi attempts to push Arai onto the train tracks. However, Tomoko pushes Arai out of the way and gets shoved onto the tracks instead. Luckily, no train arrives, as this train station is the only one in Japan, managed by the Deutsche Bahn, and Tomoko gets away with some light injuries. Wonder witnesses all of this, changes Kiuchi's heart, and so on and so forth. You've seen the funny clip. We go into the palace, the other two follow. This is just Kamoshida's palace, but infinitely worse. Kiuchi gets his heart changed, turns himself into the police, and the subway is no longer his for the slamming. I think we can all agree that if Atlas had made Persona 5 Racing instead, the world would be a better place.